Hey guys, HDvee here, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're taking a trip down memory lane, going back to Kanto where it all began, and we'll be ranking all of the 151 original Pokemon. So if you're excited for today's video, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. Make sure to leave a comment as well. Do you want me to do the rankings of all the other regions? Let me know, and subscribe if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on this channel. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and start ranking some of the original Pokemon. So here we have the tiers. We've got S, A, B, C, D, and then we obviously have the original 151 Pokemon. Now, they do have their Megas here as well. I'm not going to be ranking the Mega Evolutions. I just want to do the original 151 pre-Mega Evolutions. It's just this tier list had like all the sprites and stuff, and I really like the sprites. I think it looks really, really nice. I think all the Pokemon are here. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like 151 right here, but I did just go and count them all. They are all here. So yeah. Let's get into it. We've got Bulbasaur at the start. Bulbasaur, my favorite grass-type Pokemon. Obviously, got to go straight into the S tier. I realize now this video is going to take quite a while to do, so if I just say a spiel or a paragraph about every single Pokemon, it's going to be a feature-length film. I don't want that to be the case. So I'm just going to throw them in each tier. Kind of quick fire round, but I'll say like a sentence or two about them. But Bulbasaur is my favorite grass type. Gotta go in that S tier. Ivysaur up next. It's alright. I'll throw it in the B tier. You know, it's kind of what you'd expect Bulbasaur to evolve into. I don't know. It ain't gonna live up to Bulbasaur. And then Venusaur's up next. Gotta be A tier for me. I do like Beetroot or Bootroot or whatever it was called from the original movie. The best nicknames in the original movie, by the way. Charmander, A tier, not without a doubt. I mean, Charmander, favorite fire starter, is just incredible. Charmeleon next, we've got that in the A tier, and then Charizard, everybody's favorite Pokemon. I mean, who doesn't love Charizard? Gotta put that in the S tier as well. I mean, it's just a fantastic Pokemon. Squirtle's up next, again, S tier as well. You can't fault the original star Pokemon, they're just all incredible. Wartortle is up next. I'm not actually a huge fan of Wartortle, because it just doesn't make sense for me that obviously it grows this like white fluffy tail and ears and then just loses them when it goes into Blastoise. I mean, I know the original design of Blastoise had those fluffy ears and the tail, but if they were going to scrap the original Blastoise, why would they not change Wartortle as well? I don't know. It's going to have to be C tier for me. By the way, D tier doesn't mean I dislike the Pokemon. It just means that it's my least kind of favorites in Kanto. Blastoise up next. Blastoise, A tier. I like Blastoise. Just still forever waiting for that day where it actually has water come out of its cannons instead of, well, nothing really. Then we have Caterpie, Metapod, and Butterfree. Caterpie C tier with Metapod, I would say. Butterfree is, you know, B tier. I like Butterfree more than Weedle, well, the Beedrill line, but yeah, I'll probably put Weedle, Kakuna, and Beedrill. Nah, I'll put Beedrill in the C tier. You know, like I say, I don't dislike these. It's just, look, you can make a lot of puns out of Weedle's name, but at the end of the day, it ain't got nothing on Caterpie. And that's probably because of the anime, to be fair. The anime just kind of made Caterpie the good one, and then Weedle and Beedrill like the bad one, but it is what it is. Next up we have Pidgey, the OG bird. Yeah, I like Pidgey. Pidgey's B tier. Pidgeotto's alright as well. Pidgeot's probably A tier for me though. I do really like the colours on Pidgeot. I like how this red kind of, I don't even know what it is, like just hair or something. I mean, it's not hair, but you know what I mean. It just kind of grew more and more. Rattata and Raticate up next. Probably just C tier for me, you know, nothing special. And then we have Pharaoh and Spearow. For me, again, the D tier. It's probably just growing up, they were seen as like the bad Pokemon, and you never wanted the bad ones. Next up we have Ekans and Arbok. Ekans for me is probably D, but I do like Arbok. I really like it. Probably going into the B tier. We've got Pikachu and Raichu up next. Pikachu, A tier. I mean, I really do like Pikachu, to be fair. But Raichu I really like as well. Even though Raichu was seen as the bad one in the anime with like Lieutenant Surge and stuff, I still really like Raichu. I think it's a really cool evolution of Pikachu. I think it's slept on a bit. And then we have Sandshrew and Sandslash. I really, really do like these Pokemon. These are really cool, Sandshrew and Sandslash. Big fan, big fan. And then we have the Nidoran female and male. Like, God, this video is going to be long, man. I'm only on the Nidorans. I'm like 4 minutes in. For me, I like the Nidoking line more, but I still like the Nidoran female line as well. So I think I'll put these three here, and then I think I'll put these, no, I think I'll put these three here, oh, hang about, these three there, and then these three there. There we go, I think that's alright. Clefairy and Clefable. Interesting. Clefairy and Clefable. Yeah, they're alright. I think I like Clefairy more than Clefable, though. I think that's how I would put that. Next up we have Vulpix and Ninetales. Absolutely love this line. The fire types in Generation 1, honestly, were out of the park. They were so good. Like, I don't think there's a fire type in Gen 1 that I dislike. I think they're all really cool. We got Wigglytuff and Jigglypuff. I like Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff from the anime was putting everyone to sleep. And then Wiggly is just, I don't know, from like the movie, it's just such an innocent Pokemon. Zubat, forever just a hatred of Zubat. Mount Moon, bro, look, if you haven't played Gen 1, you're probably not that bothered, but going through Mount Moon, like, without repels and stuff, Zubats every 2 seconds, it makes you hate it. It makes you hate it. Crobat saved the line for me. Like, I'm not a massive fan of Golbat. I like it more than Zubat, just simply because I wasn't running into Golbats every 2 seconds, but still, Crobat, for me, definitely saved the line. Oddish up next, Gloom and Vileplume. I really like Oddish. I think Oddish is a really cool Pokemon, but I'm not a huge fan of Gloom. Vileplume is in between for me. I do like them. But yeah, Oddish I just think is really cool. Paris and Parasect, never really liked them, to be fair. Probably both C tier for me. The same with Venonat and Venomoth. Venonat and Venomoth is one of those things where, like, look, if I put Venonat right here, like, Venonat just should evolve into Butterfree, let's be honest. And Metapod should just evolve into Venomoth, like, you can just see that. It's just one of those many mysteries. Was that originally the case? I don't know. But it literally has the same hands, the same eyes, like the same color scheme, and then Metapod literally, yeah, I don't know. But I'll probably put those there as well anyway. Diglett and Dugtrio, big fan of Diglett and Dugtrio. Gotta love that little theme tune that they had. The Diglett dig, trio. Meowth and Persian. Persian never really got that much screen time, only when it was ever with Giovanni, but Meowth obviously got loads of screen time. Meowth's alright, B tier, but I do like Persian as well. Psyduck and Golduck next. Psyduck for me, I don't know. I'm not sure about those. They're actually weird ones, to be fair. I don't really know how to rank those. I would probably put Psyduck in the C tier, and then probably Golduck in the C tier as well. We then have Mankey and Primeape. I really like Mankey. Mankey is a really cool Pokemon, in my opinion. It's got to go A tier. Actually, I don't really like Mankey as much as the ones in A tier. I think I would put him in B and then Primeape in B as well. I do like that line. Growlithe and Arcanine, I mean, again, got to go straight into that A tier. Just incredible fire-type Pokemon. Just, I can't say a bad word about them. They're just fantastic. Then we have Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Poliwrath. I really like Poliwag. Definitely A tier. And then Poliwhirl, for me, probably C tier. But I do like Poliwrath, so that's the B tier. I like Politoed more than Poliwrath, but obviously this is the original 151. Then we have Abracadabra Alakazam. Alakazam is a really cool mon. Gotta be in that A tier without a doubt. Abra's A and Kadabra's A as well, I think. I really like the Kadabra line. Then we have Machop, Machoke, Machamp. Machop is B for me, as well as Machoke. And then Machamp, I'm gonna have to throw in that A tier. I'm sorry. Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, and Victory Bell. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they have anything on the Oddish line. I was never really a massive fan of them, to be fair. They all go in the C tier. Tentacool and Tentacruel. I mean, Tentacool was the first random shiny I ever got in Fire Red, so I gotta give it a little bit of love. So I'll throw it in the B tier. Tentacruel, I think, is B tier as well. Golem, Graveler, and Geodude next up. Graveler and Geodude, probably B. But Golem, kind of a big fan of it. I do like Golem. Rapidash and Ponyta. Ponyta, A tier for me. Rapidash, probably B tier. Again, nothing against Rapidash. I just like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they could have done something more with Rapidash, but I think Ponyta is perfect the way it is. We have Slowpoke and Slowbro up next. Just a very slow Pokemon. I'm gonna put them both in the B tier. Next up, we have Magnemite and Magneton. Magnemite and Magneton. It's an interesting one, that is. It's an interesting one. Magnemite, I think, probably B tier, and then, you know what, Magneton as well. I think the evolution line is just, yeah, I think I would throw them there, to be fair. Next up, we have Farfetch'd. Chiding, the original trade evolution. For Chiding, I'm going to put him in the... You know, I never really liked Farfetch'd. It never got to evolve. I know it can now into Surfetch, but again, that's not even like what's Farfetch'd. That's not Farfetch'd evolving into it. That's Galarian Farfetch'd. So, yeah, Farfetch'd still needs an evolution. Doduo and Dodrio. Doduo, B tier. I do really like Dodrio, though. The thing about Dodrio that I remember is that in Fire Red and Leaf Green, you had to have a Dodrio for, like, this mini-game or something on, like, 4 Island. And I always remember, like, never having one, because it was never really a Pokemon I would go out of my way to get. So I think you get Doduo on, like, Cycling Road or something, and then you have to level it up, and it evolved kind of late at like 30 something, and I could never be bothered. So I remember always having to catch one and then be like, oh, I gotta grind this up now. I don't know, that's just the memory I always have of Dugtrio. But when I got the Dugtrio, it was always a really cool mini game to play. So yeah, I do really like Dugtrio. Seal and Dugong. Seal, I really do like A tier, and I do like Dugong just solely for the in the first movie. But yeah, it's got to be the B tier for me. Grimer and Muck up next. Grimer probably D tier for me. Muck C tier. I just never really clicked with him. Shelder and Cloyster. Cloyster has one of the best cries in Pokemon. I'm gonna have to put him in the B tier, and then Shelder in the C tier. Gastly, Haunter, and Gengar. I mean, Gengar gotta be that A tier, you know what I mean? Gengar gotta be that A tier. Gengar is a big fan favorite. I really like Gastly and Haunter as well, though. Gastly probably B tier, and Haunter probably A tier, I would say. Onix next. Onix, again, never really a Pokemon I used, but it's a pretty cool Pokemon. I'll throw in the B tier. Drowsy and Hypno, again, another really cool cry, but I never really used them, you know? I mean, I always remember catching a Drowsy on, like, the right of Vermilion, but I don't mean I ever used it. Krabby and Kingler, I do quite like that line, both B tiers. Voltorb and Electrode. I don't know. Again, never really used them. I'm not even a huge fan of them, to be fair. C tier there. Executor and Execute, again, C tier for me as well. Marowak and Cubone. I really like Marowak and Cubone. I always would, because obviously Cubone was quite difficult to find in the Lambda Tower. It was like quite a low percentage chance to find one, but I would always try my best to find one. But yeah, Cubone, Marowak, and A tier, I do really like those. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, both B tier for me. I do like them. Lickitung, I was never a massive fan of, but the mini game in Pokemon Stadium saved it for me with the where you have to like eat the food and stuff on the spinny table thing. So I always do have fond memories of that. But as a Pokemon, probably the C tier. Coughing and Wheezing, again, never really a massive fan of them. I wasn't really at all. So I'll put them in the C and the D tier. Rhyhorn and Rhydon next. Rhyhorn B tier. Rhydon has to be A tier for me. I really like Rhydon. Really cool Pokemon. Chansey. Again, I never really used one. It used to annoy me in the Safari Zone as well. C tier. Tangler, I wasn't a huge fan of, so that's a D tier. Kangaskhan, again, Safari Zone, Nightmares. Always weird as well when you hatch a Kangaskhan, it's already got a baby in it as well. C tier. Horsey and Seadra. I do like Horsey and Seadra. Horsey B. Seadra A tier. We have Goldeen and Seeking up next. Again, I never used them. Never a fan. Staryu and Starmie. Staryu, I would put D, and you know, I'd put, yeah, Starmie the B tier as well. Mr. Mime up next. Mr. Mime. Mime, another trade evolution in the old red and blue games. Yeah, Mr. Mime, probably C tier. Scyther, really cool Pokemon, love it, A tier. Jinx, straight in the D tier, loves it there. Electabuzz, probably A tier, and as well as Magmar, I really like that as well. Pinsir just didn't have the Shazam that Scyther had, so we'd probably put him in the B tier. We then have Magikarp and Gyarados up next. Magikarp B tier, Gyarados gotta be in that A tier though. Would it be S tier actually? I think Gyarados would be S tier. I think I just really like Gyarados. Yeah, we'll throw him in that tier. Tauros, again, another Pokemon I really like. Really like Tauros. Probably not as much as S tier, but definitely deserves to be in the A tier. Lapras has to be S tier. I love Lapras, being based on the Loch Ness Monster. Absolutely love it. We then have Ditto. Ditto, definitely A tier for me. I do love Ditto. Eevee, I mean, obviously in the D tier. I'm kidding. Obviously the S tier. Obviously. We then have Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. All S tier for me. I really like the evolutions. Well, Flareon may have to go into the A tier as well. I could never choose between these two when I was evolving my Eevee. But Flareon never got a looking. So you would always usually start with Charmander. And if I didn't, I would catch a Growlithe or a Vulpix, depending on which version I had. So Flareon never really got a look in, unfortunately. So that's why. And probably because I never really used it. Porygon next. I do really like Porygon. Got to be the S tier though. Omanyte and Omastar. Omanyte B with Omastar. Kabuto is also B, but Kabutops, love it. S tier. As well as Aerodactyl. My two favorite fossil Pokemon, Kabutops and Aerodactyl. I don't know. I just love the design of Kabutops so much. It's such a cool fossil Pokemon. Snorlax up next. Got to be that A tier for Matty. We have then Articuno. Articuno is my favorite of the bird trio. Even with the Galarian birds as well, Articuno is still my favorite out of all of them. We then have Zapdos and Moltres. Zapdos and Moltres probably A tier for me. You know, they just don't have what Articuno has, you know. They just don't have the Shazam factor. Dratini A tier. Dragonite A tier. And then Dragonite has to be S tier. Love Dragonite so much. We then have Mewtwo. Mewtwo got to be S tier. And then Mew, for sure, S tier as well. So at the bottom, all we have left are the Mega Evolutions, I do believe. But this is my ranking of it. I think it's alright. I mean, there's so many Pokemon that obviously no one is going to agree with what I say. Because there's just so many different options. Like, you know, you might like all these, but then you might really like, I don't know, Horsey. And you're like, why is Horsey not the S tier? So a lot of people are not going to agree with this. But I think that is, like, when you look at the D tier, I mean, do anybody really like these Pokemon? I don't know. C tier, maybe quite a bit of people disagreeing with that. With like, I don't know, maybe Kangaskhan there and Wartortle. B tier is like in between. So yeah, I don't think that's terrible. I think it's an alright list. I don't think it's that bad. But that is going to be my list. If you guys did enjoy the video, drop a like down below. If you want me to do more for the other regions, I can do one of these like every week if you'd like. Make sure to leave a comment and let me know about that. Subscribe if you're brand new. Until next time, peace.